Good morning, everyone. Today I want to share with you my personal and very special morning routine that has been helping me heal, that helps me feel accomplished, and has increased productivity in my life. As we travel frequently, I do my best to follow the same routine wherever we are, as it creates stability in our very transient lifestyles. But obviously it can't be achieved every day, but I do aim for 80% of the time. The past couple years, I guess you could say I've been on somewhat of a spiritual or healing journey, and one of the things I've learned through it is to romanticize literally everything. So I try to romanticize every detail of my morning routine as possible. I've always been an early riser, so waking up early for me has never really been a big deal, but I do love sleeping, so I tend to go to sleep at night around 8:30 p.m. or 9, just to be able to happily wake up at 6 a.m. I have tried waking up at every different time in the morning, and for me I've found 6 a.m. is my sweet spot. I love that I'm usually up before the sun or as it's rising, and before most of the world is awake too. I really like to dedicate the first part of my day to myself because that tells my soul that I come first. No matter what happens in the day, my health and self-care are my priority. This is something I've really had to discipline myself with because I have a tendency to be a bit of a workaholic. And I used to wake up and just grab my laptop and start working, but it really makes a difference having rituals that I stick to.
You feel like summer days to me, warm tender sunny rays. I hope that we are meant to be.
I'm usually woken up by my beautiful husband Lloyd in a really sweet, gentle way. I of course prefer this over an alarm clock. I do not look at my phone in the morning until my complete routine is done, so I don't use it as an alarm.
Picture frames, lavender pain. They all live here within this romance. I get the chance to stop the run and be the luck.
The first thing I do when I get out of bed is light an incense. This feels like an actual treat to me, like I'm somewhere luxurious, and it really promotes a calm mind first thing in the morning, so I like to do it straight away.
The dreams and we seem to find.
I really like to focus on hydration when I wake up, so I have quite a few drinks before I do anything else. I start by drinking a small glass of water with Himalayan salt in it. Himalayan salt water is great for restoring electrolytes back into the body, as it contains sodium, calcium, magnesium, and potassium. As someone who is prone to aura migraines, I take this really seriously. I then drink a Yakult. Not really fancy, but it does increase the number of beneficial bacteria in your digestive system and makes it difficult for the harmful ones to take over. Unfortunately, I contracted a parasite along our travels through Asia, so I'm still working at healing from that months and months later. My last drink for now is my tea in bed while I journal, which is one of my favorite parts of my morning routine. To me, this feels like such a luxury. After growing up in a home that pushed overworking and working as soon as you wake, I love being able to start my morning in a slow, gentle way because I never had that as a child. I always start my journaling by writing at least 3 things that I'm grateful for. I can't express how much this little ritual has changed my life. It literally rewires your brain to be grateful for what you already have rather than focusing on what you don't. If I was to recommend one small thing to do to change your life, it would be gratitude journaling. I then just write about whatever's on my mind. Sometimes I'll write little songs, poems, or just whatever I need to get out. And I also do some shadow work and inner child work prompts, and of course my affirmations. My current favorite affirmation is deep within me is an infinite source of peace. I've actually typed up all of my journal prompts and they're available on my Etsy store if you want to start journaling but don't know where to start. These would really help you. I'll link it in the description. I always feel so present with Bear. He's a great teacher of just being in the moment. I also tend to notice a huge difference in my energy levels when I get outside and see the sun and get fresh air really early in the morning. I started my yoga journey about 2 years ago. When I first heard it might help my anxiety, I decided to try it, and what I got out of it was so much more than that. I now do it morning and night most days. It's completely changed my life without being too dramatic or cliche, but it's helped me change my thought patterns, understand that everything in life is temporary, and that so much in life can be changed by controlling your breath. Any thought, emotion, or feeling can be changed by changing your breath and going within. I could go on and on about yoga and how it isn't just about exercise, but how it transforms your outside world by transforming your inside world, but I'll save that for another video. Yin yoga is my favorite to do, and I usually do yoga with Cassandra on YouTube if I'm practicing at home. I'll link her channel down below.
Stay in there, stay in the moment, stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment, give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses, smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment, stay in the moment with me. You woke up from a while, haven't seen you smile since December. Ripped your heart, got a brand new one since you got lost in November. See it in your eyes when we leave for the night. Way too many heartbreaks still on your mind. Let the flame burn down for a while. Let the flame blur out for a while. Stay in the moment, stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment, give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses, smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment, stay in the moment with me. I see you climbing, been trying to find your way. Let's see you smiling. Since we were stuck in LA, babe, come jump the rooftop and come watch the skyline with me.
Something I've really learned about myself since starting my digital nomad journey is that I love to be comfortable. I really prioritize comfort, so a comfortable outfit to work in is essential for me. Okay, this might sound a bit weird, but I try to eat and exercise according to where I'm at in my cycle. If you haven't heard of this before, I suggest looking into it because it's a really powerful way to establish mind-body connection. Essentially, it looks at the 4 phases of our cycle like the 4 seasons. We have menstrual, follicular, ovulatory, and luteal phase. Right now, I'm in luteal phase, which represents autumn or fall. This is time for grounding and warm foods, complex carbs, and increased calorie intake to prepare the body for menstrual phase. I'll link a helpful video about cycle syncing if you'd like to learn more. I'll be honest, one of my biggest hurdles I've had to overcome and am still working through as a self-employed woman is procrastination. If I feel like I'm not going to be able to edit a video good enough or write a script well enough, whatever it may be, I'll just put it off and work on other things that don't matter. So to stay productive, I write down my most important must-do tasks and have 3 hours of uninterrupted work. If I do not need my phone for the work I'm doing, I will literally hide it from myself so I don't get distracted. I also close all tabs on my computer that I don't 100% need because I'm legit like a child and get distracted so easily, so I have a lot of tricks to keep myself on track. I have only been a digital nomad for just over a year, so I'm still learning how to have an effective routine and how to break free from all the agreements that the 9-to-5 life had instilled in me, but it still feels like such a luxury being able to take the time I actually need to take care of myself, and is one of the biggest reasons I could never return to having a regular job or working for someone else again. I hope you've enjoyed doing my realistic, healthy, productive morning routine with me. It's been such a pleasure sharing it with you, and I'm so grateful that you're here. I hope maybe it helps you in some way. I'd love to know about your routine and what you would do differently. What do you do in the morning? If you have any questions or productivity suggestions, please let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe!